สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome back to Bim's Kitchen. Today I'm gonna take you to Korea. We're gonna make Korean kimchi. First step of Korean kimchi is brining the Nappa cabbage. I do this process in running water. I just chop the white stem and use my hand to split apart, so the leaf is split apart, and then I just use running water to clean up the dirt inside the stem. Now let's make another one. Just chop it up and then split over and use running water to clean. After you clean it, you use rock salt or sea salt to sprinkle all over the stem. The white part, it needs to be a lot of salt in it, and then sprinkle all over the leaf. So make sure is the salt all cover the leaf and the stem. And here the other one, again sprinkle over. Make sure all the leaf and every stem is covered with the rock salt. I use rock salt instead of another salt because it makes kimchi taste better. Or you call sea salt, right? I go to the sea or the beach, and then I just bought a lot and then use for my cooking, and spray a lot of water into the cabbage. Now let's prepare the white radish. Just peel the skin off, chop it up in very thin slice, and then after you chop it up, I cover my hand with the salt, the rock salt, because this way it will prevent you from the itchiness from the white radish. And then cut the little piece into the strip. This way we're gonna add into our kimchi later, so it create nice crunchy texture into our kimchi. Some people like to chop it up into the chunk and grinding into the kimchi sauce or kimchi paste together with other ingredients. But I like the chunky texture of my kimchi, so I doing this way. Now to prepare the white radish, I just put 1 tablespoon of salt into my white radish that I just chopped it up, and brining them, and make sure all the salt is cover our white radish, and flip them over. Leave it in the room temperature for 30 minutes. Now we prepare the spring onion. This spring onion, I just cut the white part to make it split to the little pieces, and this way when we eating our kimchi, it tastes better. It don't have a big chunk of spring onion in it. And then just go ahead and chop it up, the leaf, make it the same length, and then at the end use your hand to split the white part like I said, so it's make sure it's all nice and even. Now another vegetable that I love to add into the kimchi is green mustard. This green mustard is look like cabbage, but their taste so strong. It tastes like wasabi. And this one I just clean it up and chop it into the little pieces like the spring onion. Spring onion and green mustard is another great ingredient and creates nice flavor. Now we prepare the carrot. After I peel the skin off, and I just use the cheese grater to grate it. Actually you can chop it into small pieces, but I am too lazy to do that, so you can use food processor to do this part as well, but I'm just lazy and use this step. It's work well as well. And now we prepare the Chinese pear. I don't know in your country you have this or not. In Korea they use Korea pear. In China they have in Thailand we have Chinese pear. It tastes similar to apple, but it's more light and sweet. It's very good, similar to apple. So just peel the skin off. Again, I use apple as well. So these two ingredients create natural sweetness into your kimchi. I learned that from the lady who lived in Korea. She just put a fruit into her kimchi. Now it comes to the ginger. Here in Thailand, we have a very nice, flavorful and juicy ginger we grow in our garden. And so you just need to peel the skin off nicely. See the way I use my knife? I use the finger to control the knife. Unlike people in Europe or America, they use thumb to control the knife, where the knife going. In Asia, or especially here in Thailand, we use the finger to control it. Now after you clean up the skin, make sure it's all the black part, also cut it off. And all you need to do is slice it up the ginger before you put into the food processor. Now after I brining the white radish for some time, I just need to squeeze out all the water. Believe me, when you're soaking into the salt, the juice came out a lot. So all I need to do is just squeeze it out and give me a nice, flexible, not breakable white radish. So let me show you how flexible it is. So this way, when we put into our kimchi, it's not breaking, it's not too crunchy, it's not like flaky. So that is a good one. And then now after we brining our Nappa cabbage, you need to clean it up with running water many times, because we don't want our kimchi to be too salty. And then after we run the water and clean the salt out, all I need to do is just squeeze all the extra water into my cabbage. And then later on, I put into the sieve or put into the my rack to drain out all the water from my Nappa cabbage. So this way, when we mix together with other sauce, so it not too much water into our kimchi. So you see a lot of water came out. Now this is all the ingredient I am prepared. I'm gonna make quite a lot. 4 kilograms of Nappa cabbage, and I have so many ingredients. This is the key to make the kimchi so flavorful. So this is what I'm doing. Now the other step is, let's prepare the flour paste. All you need to do is mix the flour with some water, and actually you need to add this batter into hot water, but I skip that step because I have only one pan. So after I mix half of the water, then I add the rest of the water. So this way the paste mixture is nice and smooth. After you put in low heat and stir for some time, this is what you get. And let's put into the cold water to speed up the paste to cold up quick before we mix to our main sauce. This is a ground sauce. How to make it? I just put all the Chinese pear and apple, ginger, garlic, and everything that I was gonna write it for you into the food processor. I use this food processor because they have a big pot, so you can hold so many stuff into this food processor. And go ahead, let's start. And you just put in half, and during when you blend it together, you just add more whatever left into the cup, and make sure all the sauce is become nice and smooth paste. This is the way to make it so yummy. And don't forget to add like fish sauce, syrup, and some apple juice into the mixture as well. So this way you have a really nice and flavorful sauce or ground sauce for our kimchi. And in the pot I just add more, like you see, add more and make sure all nice and smooth. There you go. After you have the smooth paste, now it's time for us to mix the ground paste and the other vegetable together. Now you just pour the mixture into the big bowl. Actually, I need the bowl bigger than that one, but later on I change it. And don't forget your paste, your flour paste that you just make earlier. Mix them together. Actually, if your food processor is big enough, or you make smaller amount of ingredient, you can put everything into food processor except the vegetable. And by the way, when you mix it with your hand to handle the very spicy chili flake or chili powder, you need to make sure that your hand is you use a glove to mix this ingredient, because otherwise you're gonna have a trouble like I had it before when I handle the jalapeno with cheddar cheese on my sourdough bread. So to protect your hand, just use a glove. Now I just change it to big container or big bowl, and it's time to mix with the vegetable that I just chopped it up earlier. Now we have green mustard and spring onion, carrots, and some white radish that we just chopped and soaking into the salt water. Now mix together this paste. This is a ground paste, it's kimchi paste. Yummy, all the ingredients together. If you have the paste left that you put into the cabbage, you can make cucumber kimchi. You can make so many different kimchi into this paste. Even if white radish itself, you can make kimchi, white radish kimchi as well. So this is all the yumminess after you mix it together. Make sure all the leaf or in the vegetable is covered. Now let's form the kimchi or spread the kimchi into our cabbage. So you need to put the first layer underneath first and then work it up on the top to make sure all the kimchi ground paste is cover all the Nappa cabbage. So I have to put it a lot. I think I put too much in it because I want it to be so yummy. But never mind, it's all yumminess in there. I should make more kimchi, but anyway, I can make more later. So it's like that. Even in small, you cut in a quarter, you cut in half, you just make the same layer. Sometimes I just chop it up, the Nappa cabbage, and mix together with the ground kimchi ground paste. That way also nice. And there you go.